Everyone. Hello. I wanted to share an app that a mother created. It's called Just Us, and it's a mobile app to help protect Black drivers. This article is from Good Morning America, and this mother, I wanted to share this story with you because I think this is very noble um, and phenomenal that she did that. And it says, in a display of motherly love and concern for her son's safety, one mom created a mobile app that would protect Black drivers in the event they are pulled over by police. Charmaine Davis, a clinical psychotherapist in California, was concerned as her son neared driving age, as Black drivers were more likely to be pulled over by police than white drivers. A study published in Nature Human Behavior found that Black drivers in the United States were 20% more likely to be stopped than white drivers, and 1.5 to 2 times as likely to be searched afterwards. Another study conducted by Harvard researchers found that Black people were more than 3 times as likely to be killed during a police encounter. A driver's license to me meant that he was going to be out in the world and I couldn't protect him, Davis told Good Morning America. I just kind of pondered. What can I do? How can I stay connected without stagnating this young man who was ready to venture off? So the Just Us app, and it's called the Just Us, Just, and then US. Okay, it's the Just Us app is launched. It launched in August and currently has about 3,000 users. The name comes from a play on the word justice. Just Us, justice. There are 3 main features to the app. Check-in will send a message to designated contacts if the person is safe and send their current location. Heads Up notifies designated contacts that the person is being pulled over by law enforcement. It sends their location and begins live streaming. Help will begin live streaming and notify anyone within a 3-mile radius of the app that the person needs assistance. All features have the ability to be hands-free with voice activation, something that Davis was adamant about due to the harsh reality that many Black drivers face. She goes on to say that we know that a lot of incidents happen when folks reach for things, Davis said. And we've seen that over and over play out where, Black drivers, Black male drivers have reached for maybe their driver's license, their registration or car insurance in the glove box, and they're instantly shot and killed. And we've seen that play out. So this is what she says. We know that a lot of incidents happen when folks reach for things. And so the voice activation was so important to me because you're not reaching for anything. There's no misconceptions there. And despite her busy schedule, she went above and beyond the call of duty, even funding the project itself. And sometimes we got to spend money if we want to get somewhere. If we want results, a lot of times we have to spend our own money to get results because a lot of times people are not hearing us and they're not listening to us. And I wish this was something that my son had when he was a teenage driver, when he was starting out to drive. And I share this story because he was in an accident like right outside our home. And he called me because he was concerned about how the family showed up and how they were speaking another language. And he felt threatened. He was 17 and he felt threatened. And so I told him, I'm on my way, call 911. I told him that because I was at work and I was very far away, but he did handle himself well. It was an older driver that he had an accident. An older driver and him had an accident. And so, the police did show up and he told me that the officer was very kind to him, helped him with his car and everything, and helped him because he was actually, I believe, on his way to work, and helped him with his car because she really damaged his car really bad. And so, and she was a much older driver than him. I think she was in her late 40s. My son was 17 at the time. So I think it's very important because, like I said, he was afraid of what they were going to do. But the police officer that showed up, he said, was very, very kind to him, very respectful, very kind, very compassionate. So I appreciated that because we hear so many stories that officers are not that way when it comes to our young Black men, and even Black men in general, but our young Black men that are starting out, driving. My son, he started driving at 16. So, it's important. And I can see where this woman is coming from, Miss Davis, is coming from by creating this app. But again, sometimes we have to spend our own money if we want to get results, because a lot of times we are not supported in the Black community when it comes to protecting ourselves. And we have to value ourselves and value our children and our families. And so she was so committed that she used her own money. And this is coming from Candace Walker, a social impact technologist who worked with Davis on the app, told Good Morning America, as you can imagine, this technology isn't cheap to develop, so it was a big deal. You can't put a price on love, Davis said of her monetary support. And you know what? You can't. You can't put a price on life, and you can't put a price on love. And accountability and connection are the important aspects for Davis, who said the app keeps everyone accountable, and that the more people who download the app, the safer they will be. So just from a culture aspect, we have always, as African Americans and as people of color, put our safety in someone else's hands, she said. And that's what I was saying is, if when we come up with ideas, we have to usually fund our own stuff, fund our own ideas to get things done for our protection. And so she said, and this is just a way to put it back in ours in a peaceful way, to put our safety back in our own hands in a peaceful way. And we are connecting with law enforcement and saying, this protects not just me, but you too. So the app's functionality extends beyond driving and can be used in any situation where someone else feels in danger. And she said, we did a community meeting once, and one young lady said that she had used it on her college campus at night when she felt afraid. And she was just so happy to have it. And so the location data itself can be used as a way to bring up safety issues to policymakers and be an impetus for change. Walker noted that the data can be gathered to pinpoint specific areas down to the street corners that have high incident reports. And Davis used her experience working with families who have experienced domestic violence and sex trafficking to highlight how the app can be used in those situations as well. Even if their phone was taken, we would be able to see if they need help, and they will be able to get help because it has their location on it, she said. And it's not like the phone will be taken, and it's not like the phone will be talking. So if someone is harming them, they would know that the police are on their way. So what I want to say with this is very, very important. I mean, this is phenomenal that Miss Davis did this. To be able to spend her money, time, and effort. And I don't know Miss Davis, of course, but you know what? Would love for everyone to share the video. I'm going to share it. If you have Black males in your family, young men, sons, I shared this article with my son already. I shared it with him, and I'm going to share it, and I hope that you would share it, and I hope that you would share it with your family members, because this actually is, I haven't looked at the app itself personally, but I would like you to share the video, and if you need to use it, I'm going to say, try it out. It's called Just Us, and I will put the article, the link in the comment section for you, if you truly want to try it out to see, what it does. I mean, again, we do have to take back our safety and put it back in our own hands, because we've seen so many killings. It's been so disheartening. And even, going back when you think about the pandemic and all the suffering and the loss of loved ones through the pandemic and COVID, we keep seeing, killings play out. Look at, Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, even though she was in the house in the bed, but when she was killed in her own apartment. But what we see is not just those three people. It's been so many other people. I mean, that have been killed. I mean, Eric Garner, and if you keep going back, I can't even name all of them. They're on my tongue, but I can't even name all of them. And it's been so disheartening to see the killings, the violence, and the injustice. So even just an app like this, to be able to use for young men, I think it's phenomenal, and I think that it will help young men stay safe. And and maybe someone lives within 3 miles can show up just to make sure that everything is going to be done by the law and by the book when it comes to traffic stops, because we see that a lot where there's racial profiling that still happens, and we see traffic stops turn deadly, and it's not just for young black men, but even black women are even being stopped and handcuffed, and police brutality, and and things like that. So it's important. It's important. And so I thank Miss Davis for putting in the effort to do what she needed to do. And I thank her again, wherever she is, if she maybe even get a chance to see this video, because I certainly will share it, and I hope that you will share it on your Twitters and Facebooks and TikTok if you can, and also on Instagram. So thank you all again for tuning in. God bless you all.